So this is Control Dragon Priest. It's probably one of my favorite decks right now because of this card right here, the Lightmaw Netherdrake. I think in a vacuum, this is probably one of the best, if not the best 4-drop in the game because it completely shuts down aggro. Its requirements are easy to meet, it's got a solid body, and again, it can kill almost any board. Every now and then there's a minion that has 4 HP like Auric level Loon that could be a problem, but you can easily finish that off with something like Holy Smite or Condemn or Devouring Plague or Horn of Raytheon or even Hysteria the next turn. Basically, this is a huge band-aid that you can just slap on if aggro is getting out of control, and then you just beat them. I love this deck so much. If you had asked me a year ago, do you think you'll ever like Priest, I would have said no, but after watching Priest get absolutely annihilated by nerfs and not having any good decks in the meta, it's kind of nice seeing them have a good deck that beats some of the best decks in the game right now, like Face Hunter, like Aggro Druid, and like Shadow Priest. So I really enjoy this deck. Mulligans for this deck are one of two things, either hard control, like Holy Smite and healing, I guess, and Renew and Condemn and Devouring Plague into something more aggressive, and then you can keep draw cards and resource generation like Draconic Studies, Insight, and Thrive in the Shadows, and Palm Reading against more control decks. And Horn of Raytheon actually works in both because it is draw and removal at the same time, so this just keep every time. So if you like fun educational content like this, you should like, comment, and subscribe, and ask me any questions if you have them, and then also check out my VODs channel in the description if you want to watch my full unedited streams where you can see more gameplay of wins, losses, and multiple decks. I actually like this hand a lot. I mean, Holy Shadow automatically triggers this. We like having things like Condemn in order to beat up on stealth minions, and if this ends up being a weapon rogue, well, we're going to lose anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Having KAZAKUSAN isn't bad. I think Raid Boss Onyxia definitely still has a place in the deck, though. All things considered, I think she's still decent. We'll heal. No, we'll thrive. We'll thrive in the shadows. We'll take Horn. We'll do that. I like that. Play a decent amount. I mean, yeah, he's going to have mostly stealth minions, but if he coins out like SI Agent or the 2/4, we can just kill it next turn, which isn't terrible.
Like
oh. Oh, right. They haven't nerfed the card yet. I forgot about that. The card hasn't been nerfed yet. It still counts this as a 1-drop, not necessarily a 0-drop, which is what it is supposed to do. I mean, it's fine. There's so much stuff leaving soon. There's so many things leaving. But I don't think it really matters too much. What are you gonna do? No, wait, no, it's fine. That's fine, it's 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 fine. I take 3, but we play Lightmaw and it still kills off everything. And Shard and Narude to get rid of stealth later on will be amazing. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, Ramp Druid is really problematic now, and people are asking me, like, how good do you think Priest is? And I'm gonna be honest, or Control Priest. Ramp Druid beats any deck that is control. Like, if you're playing a control deck, you are going to lose against it 100% of the time. There's nothing you can do to stop it, you just lose. However, something really interesting is that once all of the Druid cards leave, because it's losing like 70% of that deck. All the ramp, mana cheat, Cenarian wards, resource generation like resizing pouch, all that jazz, all that's leaving. And I think it's going to leave a really interesting opportunity for this Control Priest to actually be amazing. Because every time I've played it, the only deck that I've lost to as this deck has been Ramp Druid. And yes, it makes up a large amount of the meta, but I mean, when I've beaten every other aggro deck and everything else that I've gone against, I mean, that's not bad. Do I want to Condemn and kill this? No, I think I want to save Condemn to kill off more things. I'm just going to hit this, trade away the silence because we don't really, well, no, we're palm reading, and we'll just heal something up. It's fine. Rally does nothing. Shadow Word Death. Actually useful. And then we'll kill that off and heal myself. Nah, we'll heal this. Because now he can't just kill that with the weapon or an SI agent, or SI7 agent. He has to hit it with a 3/1, and if not, this gets to stay on the board, which is just, you know, kind of nice. It's kind of nice. But yeah, I actually think that this Control Priest is in the position to be really good after Ramp Druid rotates out in about a month. And I cannot wait for Ramp Druid to leave. Don't get me wrong, I like Ramp Druid, but having to play against it an excessive number of times and having it be like 30 to 40% of the meta is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Looks like I'm gonna take damage here. Not really much to do. I mean, I guess technically I should have traded Shard of Naru. But the silence is really good once he plays Scabs, so I'm gonna keep it actually. There's no reason to trade it right now. We take damage, we can draw a card with Gift of Naru. Once he plays a couple more things, we have really good solid removal in hand. Like we can, if he commits a little bit more to the board, we're gonna do so much. What do you think about Miracle Priest? I think it's strong, I just personally don't like the style very much.
This guy's toast.
I mean, I'm kinda down to double condemn this. But I'll Gift of Naru first to draw a card. It doesn't heal his stuff up at all, so it's 0 mana, just draw a card, which is quite solid. Soul Mirror? Because I have Soul Mirror, I think that means I can be a little bit less stingy with the condemns. I can just play 2. It's either Hysteria Condemn or Condemn. I'm gonna Condemn. We still got a lot of good removal and a Nixie if the time comes. So I mean, I'm not even that worried about it right now. What a breath of fresh air watching this rather than everyone being covered. Ah, yes, covering the war. Yeah, fair enough. I try to, I mean, I don't know. I try to not focus on that stuff when I stream. I mean, I don't know, you can, whether you like that or you don't like the fact that I'm not really bringing it up. It's really just coming down to the fact that I'm trying to keep this to be just Hearthstone gameplay. I feel like it's weird when people come into like a gamer's chat and asks about it. Like, I mean, obviously we're gonna have opinions, but it's not like we're well versed in talking about geopolitical issues, you know? KAZAKUSAN's bad here. I mean, I'm gonna take 11 damage, and he has Scabs. I don't want to Soul Mirror. My guy gets stealth because he attacked. He has rush, but he can't attack again, which is a little bit weird, champ. We've got still Shard of Naru to get rid of the stealth and kill it off with Shadow or Death. Like, we're fine. It's not actually that big of a deal. As a free-to-play player, all I can play at the moment is Face Hunter, and it's quite boring. I mean, it might be boring to you, but there are probably a lot of people that find it very entertaining. And enjoy the fact that they can just get a ton of free wins with it. We're going to play this to kill this off, and since he has nothing else on the board, I think now is a good time to play KAZAKUSAN, and if he wants to play Scabs, I get KAZAKUSAN back, which is fan-friggin-tastic. Holy Book, useless. Canopy Jars, not the most useful, and giving something Taunt, I mean, I guess is the most useful. We've already got good removal, and there are other better removals in there. Bubba is one of them. Like, we can kill off one thing. It's pretty solid. Don't get me wrong, I'd like to play this, but I've already got 1, 2, 3 pretty hard removals, and they're better removals, so I think it's got to be Bubba. Annoyo Horn's great, and if we can bait out Scabs earlier, we can... Oh, this is amazing. We'll just take that. And then we got Wand of Disintegration, which is fantastic. Another good board wipe removal. Got some decent damage. Got 2 ways of flooding the board and just pushing face, along with the Raid Boss and Nixia. And rogues historically do bad against decks that can develop really wide boards. Assassinate, it's fine. I mean, obviously it's upsetting, but it's fine. Why don't you like Holy Book? Is it too expensive? I mean, I like it, but I'm just like, what am I really using it for against Rogue without KAZAKUSAN? For example, if I were to play a KAZAKUSAN deck, I would potentially, I would consider using it, right? Because I'd be like, oh, they might get, you know, like the 5-1, right? They might get the 5-1, and he probably just put a mutating injection on top of my deck, which is unfortunate, but we can still work with this. We can do 4, and then we can do, so this dies this size, this lives with 3, this lives with 1. No, this lives with 4, this lives with 1. Oh, God, that's close. I think we end up just playing Onyxia and Shard of Naru. But if we play Shard of Naru, this isn't active, which is bad. But I mean, we got Wand of Disintegration, we still got Hysteria. He's not really gonna have that many more stealth things left, and even if he does, it's not that big of a deal. We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna silence everything and then go raid boss Onyxia. It's just the strongest thing. Kill that off, then go kill, and kill that. We're at 19. It's not a huge amount, but we still have Devouring Plague and some consistent heals. We don't really have any heals in the deck, but I mean, I guess it's fine. Best thing he has now is Scabs, which gives me another Onyxia, and like potentially some Wicked Stabs, which could be really bad, I guess. Wicked Stabs could theoretically win him the game if we can't heal up enough. Why don't you play shirtless? Don't you get too hot constantly making these fire plays? You know, that's a good question. I feel like I should. I feel like it just goes against Twitch TOS. Oh, fudge. He gives that stealth and I'm dead. No, wait, he already played the give stealth. He has another bounce, but he doesn't have another stealth. You bounce that. That's fine. I play Shadow Word Death on the 11-11.
Smells like.
We can go Hysteria first. We can go Wand of Disintegration as well, but just in case he has another stealth minion, I feel like it's just worth it to hold on to this. And we can go Hysteria and then Shadow Word Death. I go Hysteria, that lives with just a little bit too much. Well, I think we're still gonna go with Hysteria, then Shadow Word Death. I mean, this removal is insane, right? Shadow Word Death and heal just for good measure. Nothing to really play Devouring Plague on right now. Start the gun show? No. I'm not gonna take off my shirt. Yay, Dragon Priest. I really like Dragon Priest. I think it's a critically underrated deck. And the reason why it's underrated is because it gets absolutely slapped silly by Ramp Druid. Because it basically does what this deck does, but 3 to 4 turns faster on average, and can draw more cards and play all this, the treasures faster. That's unfortunate, but we're still ready to play like Devouring Plague. Wicked Stabs hurt, but maybe he doesn't have it. I mean, if you took out, like, what would you had to have taken out something to run Spy Mistress and the Greyheart Sage, right? I guess it could have been Swindle and the Foxy Fraud, maybe, which means you could still be running Wicked Stabs. Okay, he's just drawing a bunch of cards. I'm gonna play Devouring Plague and hopefully draw, I don't even know what I want to draw. He's just done. Cool. It was gonna be Devouring Plague and then this as my play next turn, most likely. Unless I drew Bubba, in which case it would be Bubba and then give Bubba taunt. Going to keep basically everything. I was AFK, I was looking at something else, but I'm actually fine keeping everything. Silence, worst case scenario, we can trade it away. But we can also use it to silence maybe like a Trug or a minion. If he plays it, he ends up being Quest, which means we trade away the Shard of Naru immediately. KAZAKUSAN, it's fine. If we never play minions for him to target, it should be fine. We'll heal him out of the kindness of our heart. Pass. I mean, if he plays a minion, this is great, but he probably won't play that many, if any, minions. I mean, maybe he runs the build that runs a couple, like one Thief, or not one Thief, one Maker, and yeah, it's fine. We can heal ourselves. We basically just want to heal ourselves every single turn. And luckily for us, Draconic Studies does allow us to play this fairly early on. We're going to take... I think we take Malagos, actually. And then we do basically nothing for a couple of turns. And we coin this out turn 6. Excuse me, what? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold the phone. What? I did not expect that card to be played at all. Not even slightly. Wait, I'm so confused. What beast is he running? Wait, chat, is there something I'm missing? Is there something I'm missing? I don't really know what I want to play. I guess it's just Holy Smite to kill it and then do this and wait for a turn. I'm super confused as to what beast he's running. I'm super confused as to what beast he's running. Did you see the nerf to KAZAKUSAN? It feels like it's not enough. I feel the exact opposite. I feel like it's too much. I mean, we've had this conversation multiple times, so I'll give you the TLDR. Issue with, and I mean, I know I'm talking in absolutes, which sometimes upsets people, but that's just what I do when I do TLDRs, of my opinion. Like, if it were the first time I talked about the subject, I'd go into more detail about different sides, but TLDR, from my experience, is I do not think that it's actually that big of a problem. I think that the main problem with the deck is simply the fact that Ramp Druid exists. It exacerbates the problem of KAZAKUSAN, because if you look at KAZAKUSAN in any other deck, basically Priest and Warrior Control and a couple of other cheese decks, their win rates not that high, and KAZAKUSAN feels a lot more balanced because you're not playing at turn 5 while also having the ability to draw an extra treasure every turn with Guff and have up to 20 mana so you can play multiple treasures in a given turn. That's the main issue with KAZAKUSAN, right? Like, yeah, I'm playing at turn 6, but I don't get to draw a ton of extra cards every time. 4 armor and draw 2 cards. Is that better than just playing a Noyohorn? He has no minions, so Embers could be good. We already have Malagos for potential draw. We can't play this for 4 turns. We also have these 2 for draw, so this is definitely not worth it. I guess we go with a Noyohorn to flood the board. This is pretty solid if we fill the board. Boombot's also great for filling the board. We'll go with Wax Rager. It's a minion that's hard to remove, and I mean, we draw so many cards, is it really worth it at this point? When we have this and this, we're probably never going to play Malagos. We're going to draw at least a couple of cards. I guess we'll just take Spyglass and see if we can steal something from... No, because that card's super useless. We'll just take Looming Presence. Armor's at least somewhat useful. I mean, I don't know. We don't have that much healing, so I mean, the game could end relatively quickly, but we'll see. And I mean, obviously, there are more sides to the story of KAZAKUSAN, right? Like, KAZAKUSAN is still really strong. If you're playing a mirror match or a matchup with KAZAKUSAN, whoever gets Locust is basically way more favored to win. Whoever gets to play it first anyway. So that's definitely, like, part of the problem. But do I condemn here? I mean, I could just go, like, Nether. Oh, my gosh. That's a lot of damage. Oh, my golly. Oh, my golly, Miss Molly. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. We're going to do what we can to flood the board and heal up a little bit here. Canopy Jars is fine. We will play this. We will go Insight to draw Wax Rager. And then we'll play him for 1. And then we can heal next turn. We can heal up a little bit next turn. Maybe gain some armor off of a Looming Presence. Dr. Boom is a decent amount of damage. I guess I'm a decent fan of this. It's not a huge fan, but we can Hysteria the 7/7 after we hit him in the face a couple of times, and it could be okay. He's going to kill you in 2 turns. I don't think that's actually true. I mean, I'm going to heal 8 next turn and potentially gain more armor off of Looming Presence, and he only has 4 cards in hand. Like, is it impossible for him to win in 2 turns? No, but given the state of the game, I actually think that I'm relatively favored. We get Canopy Jars. I mean, unless we draw like garbage, right? Oh my god. We're drawing horribly. This is awful. We'll just Hysteria this. It dies and we heal up once. I mean, okay, if I'm not gonna draw Looming Presence at all until the very end of the game, I mean, fine, I guess I end up losing this, but for all intents and purposes, this game, it shouldn't have ended up being that bad. Looming Presence would have been really good, but it's fine. Hopefully it's not Freezing Trap. We're gonna play a Noyo Horn and then play Canopy or whatever. We'll hit with the 5-1, see what it is real quick. I mean, I might end up just dying. Damn. Well, we know he doesn't have, Furious Howl. And we just need hope that the cards he's randomly generating aren't good, right? Okay, so he's used all of his randomly generated cards. I think we actually lose. We've only put 18 damage out on the board, and we've got to survive 2 more turns. And if he gets Explosive Trap, we just lose. We actually lost. That's crazy. I think Quest Hunter is actually very strong. Is that GG? That might end up just being GG. I mean, if I top deck Looming Presence, that would be pretty awesome. I took Looming Presence literally for the 4 armor. If I don't draw it at all, no shot. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's very bad. That's gonna be a lot of Animal Companions. Dear Lord. Oh, god damn. Fuck me. Okay. Let's see here. What do I want to do? I guess we can go Canopy and draw some cards. And heal. I guess it's probably Ice Trap. So let's play this. See if it's Ice. Then we can still play this, and this next turn. So we're going to go with Canopy Jars. I guess it could be a second. It was 2 Ice Traps. So it wasn't oh, I guess it could still be explosive. Weird that both triggered. I don't like that that's how that interaction works, but okay. Hit. It doesn't even die. These things all live. I mean, it might not be explosive. We'll hit. It looks like it is. Then we're gonna go boom, 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 heal, Looming Presence to get a little bit more stuff out of that. That's a terrible legendary, but I mean, I guess I have no control over that. Oh, man. I mean, we've got 17 damage showing. If he kills my minions, they summon more minions. Explosive Trap saves him for a turn, but he doesn't do any more direct damage. And this is why I don't like running Tavish. The only way he could kill... What? But yeah, I mean, if he had a couple of extra spells, like maybe he kills me with direct damage there, but that's crazy. Yeah, he lost direct damage. Once I played the Annoya modules, I just won, right? I like Thrive in the Shadows. It's card draw. Gift of Naru's card draw. I'm assuming it's gonna be Shadow. So I don't think he's gonna have anything that has more than 5 attacks, so we're gonna get rid of that. Okay, Devouring Plague, if it is Shadow Priest, is gonna be really, really good. We know it's not Quest, because he got rid of the left mode. Yeah, it is Shadow. Cool, okay. This should actually be quite winnable. Turn 2 will probably just be Thrive, unless it's Trog, in which case we sit tight and we hope for the best. We sit tight and assess. I really wish I'd be able to kill that. I don't really want to silence it. It's not really worth it. So we're going to get rid of that. We're going to go with... Ooh, there are a couple of good options here. Actually, all of them are good options. Condemn is board wipe. Palm Reading is more resource generation. And reducing the cost of at least 3 cards in my hand. And Renew is just solid heal. But we already have heal with Devouring Plague and Gift of Naru, so I don't think I need Renew. We already have board wipe with the Light Maw. Which means I think I'm leaning towards Palm Reading. But then again, this is just too good, right? Like, the more board wipe and the more removal, the better against a deck that's mostly board-based. I think it's just best to do that. Wukong time? I mean, I'm not playing League right now. But yeah, first game of the day, I messed up a little bit. It's my bad. I also rushed the mulligan on that last game and started kind of suboptimally. But that's my bad. I actually had lethal. So, I mean, I'm not even... It's fine. I'm not too upset about it. Like, if I can go back and see a misplay where I could have legitimately played better, I'm not upset losing those games. Because I'm like, oh, okay, I should look for this more often, or I should look for that more often. or things along those lines. It's when I lose when I don't think I could have done anything differently that frustrates me. Like losing to Ramp Druid and they play KAZAKUSAN turn like 5 against Ramp Druid. And I'm just sitting there like, there's really nothing I could have done differently to stop that. But if you guys have a link to where they announced that there were going to be nerfs, I would actually very much appreciate that. I'm not even kidding. We'll kill off both. We only heal 2, but I mean, we end up not taking 4, so I guess it's still probably worth it and we'll pass. We still have a Shadow and a Holy, so it should end up being okay for now. What rank are you? I think I already answered that, Gold Ape. I played some weird decks the other day. I played a weird secret mage that Kibler made that did not do very well. I don't know exactly what it's supposed to beat. I played, what was it? I played a Zulok that went very poorly. Quest Warrior was okay, but it went like 2 and 5 at the end of the day, which was not good. That was just an unfortunate one. I just played a ton of off-meta stuff, because that's what I do when I'm in Bronze through Diamond. I've got enough of a bonus star generation that it doesn't really matter too much what I do. That makes sense. I'll just kill off the other things now. It's no big deal. We'll just kill them off except the 1/1. Just continually clear the board. But I have enough of a star bonus to where even if I have a win rate that's like 30%, I still climbed to gold 8. So I don't really care that much right now. Season's a long season, right? Isn't March 31 days? Which means, yep. So yeah, it means that we have extra time. That's, it's fine. I can silence it and it becomes a 1/1. Condemn doesn't actually do much here. I think I have to play the Horn, right? And kill this off. I could actually play Condemn and Horn and kill off this and this. If I play Palm Reading, I go down to 2 mana. This is 1, 2. No, I don't have enough. But we can go Condemn, Horn right now. Kill them both off. As long as we can just keep controlling the board over and over and over again and not let them get anything out there, we can eventually just play KAZAKUSAN and hopefully win. There's a post about it on battle.net. Interesting, I haven't looked at it. Hearthstone has it. They're removing locusts. I actually, maybe probably contrary to popular belief, I'm not a huge fan of this. I am not a huge fan of them nerfing KAZAKUSAN this way. Like, he's actually not going to be good. Well, okay, he'll still be good. But he's not going to be nearly as good after this. And I don't think KAZAKUSAN's the problem. I don't think there should be a nerf. The problem is you're able to cheese it out with cards from 2 years ago. Dark Portal, Insane Ramp from Druid, Draconic Studies to reduce its cost by 1 to get it out even 1 turn sooner. I don't think KAZAKUSAN's the problem. If you played in a more control-based deck, I mean, I'd be playing at turn 8 by now. And if it's turn 8 against an aggro deck, I've already won. And if it's turn 8 against a control deck, the whole point is we want to get value out of KAZAKUSAN to beat control decks. And have a way to play something somewhat proactive to beat combo decks if they're kind of slow in drawing their combo. I don't like this nerf. We're going to play this and heal. I guess I could Hysteria, but there's no real reason to. I could trade first, but I want to heal. Let's do this and then heal. We'll go with, actually, Deliverance is not bad. I can't play it, but we can kill that next turn with Deliverance. But I'll look at Hearthstone at the actual change, because you said that there were 2 changes. Somebody said that the number of treasures was going down. Okay. SI Smuggler actually was bugged a little bit, so I'm glad that they're changing that. Locust is being removed from the pool, it looks like. You already said that has been removed from the pool of treasures that can be discovered. Small adjustment to reduce the amount of focus Treasure Hoard has from hand damage. Removing Locust from the Discover pool will allow a bit more back and forth. That makes sense, I guess. Oh, for each other SI card you played that game. Updating the wording of the SI Informant and the Smuggler makes sense. Anyway, what was I going to do here? Deliverance, Holy Smite, or we could just Hysteria at this point. Like, if I Holy Smite this, I can Hysteria the 4-3. It kills off everything. And then we can go draw a card, heal. Because I don't really care about healing him. That doesn't matter to me. Another Gift of Naru. Don't mind if I... Gift of Dew. I don't know. I thought I could make something work there. I don't know. I think Locusts were kind of too strong, though. I guess, at the end of the day, if there was one treasure that was too strong, it was indeed the Locust. So, I mean, they targeted the right thing, I guess. If they were to nerf it, they did target the right one. I will admit. I can't play KAZAKUSAN yet. I want to kill this off first. Let's trade, see if we draw anything good. Palm reading. We can do this to make insight less. So that way we can play after we play like KAZAKUSAN or something. We'll take that. It's just a good cheap thing. Then we will go Shadow or Death, and then we'll heal. And then I don't know if I want to play Insight now to get another Drake. Actually, I don't have a problem with that. We'll play it now. Anything we get's decent. We got a Shadow and Holy Spell in my hand still. I just can't play Call of the Grave. And I might not even get any minions off KAZAKUSAN anyway. So when is this nerf supposed to go live? Sorry, I'm not looking at chat. Launching tomorrow. Fair enough, okay. So, that makes sense. So, Thursday. And now I'm going to go back to looking at chat. I guess there's still a lot of different things we can do here. We'll play KAZAKUSAN next turn. We're going to kill off everything. Get a 3-3 of this. Play this to get another spell. I guess we'll go with like Renew because we just want healing at this point to make sure we don't die. And pass. Literally, this aggro deck can't do anything. I'd be fine with them adding a different treasure. Yeah, I think another treasure could be kind of interesting. I don't know. Ooh, I haven't played against a paladin in a minute. Let's get rid of KAZAKUSAN. But we will keep both of these. And I don't know if I want to keep Shadow or Death. We kind of want to find Shard of Naru, I think, this game. To help me silence good minions. If he plays Trog turn 1, I'm kind of doomed. But this should be okay. We can play Draconic Studies turn 1. Hopefully we can get a silence at some point early on. We love palm reading. We love to see that. That will corrupt insight, which is great. Draconic Studies. Holy crap, we could have 2 KAZAKUSANs. That's not bad. I like to see that. If my first set of treasures weren't good enough, we'll go for a second one. I feel like maybe there were better options, but I kind of just picked KAZAKUSAN because I like KAZAKUSAN quite a bit. I don't know. Like another problem with Ramtru, in my opinion, and why KAZAKUSAN is not good or not like didn't need to be nerfed, is wow, you actually wrecked me a little bit there. Not bad, you sneaky dude. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the thing is, like, Ramp Druid allows them to play KAZAKUSAN before anybody can even play Mutanus. Mutanus being like one of the best possible counters to KAZAKUSAN because everybody's only playing like KAZAKUSAN and 1 or 2 other minions. Son of a gun. He had the Trug too. I need to draw. Devouring Plague's not bad. Please kill the Trog. Oh, it killed the Divine Shield minion. That's actually not bad. No, I did that wrong. I should have played Insight. I should have just played Insight and hoped to get the Nether Drake, because I mean statistically it's a 66.7% chance. The only problem is if I missed, I take so much damage, it's not even funny. Okay, we did get it. It currently costs 1, I don't care. That means we don't actually have to coin, actually. It's pretty good. We'll go boom, and then we'll Nether Drake and wipe the entire board. Cool. Pretty solid. But oh no, look how broken KAZAKUSAN is. If I were Druid, I'd be playing it next turn and or doing some other crazy stuff. But no. With Priest, we actually gotta wait until turn 7 or 8 to actually play this guy, which is actually makes him quite balanced. Hold the bridge. You're just gonna go straight face, aren't you? Condemn, actually really, really good. We'll just go boom, condemn. I guess we can go palm reading first. And then condemn. I guess we could go coin, thrive, condemn. Or coin, thrive. And then palm reading, condemn. And this way we can reduce the cost of another spell. Probably silence, and I probably won't trade it away, I don't think. But it could also be hysteria. No, I'll go with silence. Then palm reading. Another condemn's very good. It will make it seem like I just discovered it to kill off his minions. Yeah, he's done. Cool. Board-based decks, beware. We'll keep Gift of Naru. Potentially good card draw. It's probably Shadow Priest. Statistically speaking, it's most likely Shadow Priest, which means both of these Devouring Plagues are pretty good. Wow. We have the coin, so if he plays the Trog, we have to wait. Oh, it's not the Trog. Okay, that's actually quite good. I do like not having to play against the Trog. Let's go with Draconic Studies. It's a random legendary, and you can kill it with the hero power, but being able to play something turn 2 is definitely worth, in my opinion. Like, the other things are too expensive. We're never going to get to that point in the game. Yeah, like, that doesn't matter either. We're still just going to play Brightwing. Probably going to get pinged immediately, but I don't really care too much, right? Honestly, not a bad legendary. Actually, not bad. Okay. Devouring Plague. Do not leave this at 1 and this at 1. We're actually going to just kill that hero power. I think that's probably best. I don't know. I just think there are a lot of decks that have way too much damage from hand. And there's not really much we can do about it. Like Quest Hunter and Burn Shaman most notably. It's so frustrating. I'm going to coin out Inara and kill off the 2/3. This is also Corrupt Insight, which is nice. We'll kill it off. We've got 2 Gift of Naru, so we're fine. Best decks in the meta right now, Ecor. I made a tier list. I've made 2 different tier list videos in the past week and a half or 2 weeks. All of the decks on there are good. It's basically just any aggro deck or Ramp Druid. Those are the only good decks. Summed it up for you pretty well. Don't play the 1/4 again. He's gonna play the 1/4. Oh, he doesn't. Okay, that's actually really good. We get to play this and heal. We don't need to draw cards. We're basically just trying to heal as much as possible so we don't die. Ramp Druid, Spell Druid, KAZAKUSAN Druid, whatever you want to call it. It's essentially all the same thing. It's essentially all the same thing. I mean, I feel like statistically speaking, Devouring Plague probably leaves something up with 1. So let's go with Gift of Naru real quick. See if we draw something good. Hysteria does kill both of them off, and then we can trade this away because we don't really need it. We'll trade this away first, see if we get anything. Oh, you're actually better than Hysteria. That's crazy, because you just get to kill off both and leave me with a 4/4 on the board. That's pretty solid, actually. Another Raised Dead is fine. Essentially all boring decks, lol. I mean, kinda, yeah. I mean, I'm not personally a huge fan of a lot of the decks right now. I mean, I'm trying to have fun and play a pretty wide variety of decks, but I can play Condemn, Devouring, and Insight. We'll play Insight first. We get the Lightmont Nether Drake, which is arguably better. Arguably better. And then going Condemn and Devouring Plague. But I mean, no, I think this is still best. We're back up to 30. We still got removal. We got this. We can probably play KAZAKUSAN next turn because he has an empty board. But again, KAZAKUSAN being nerfed, KAZAKUSAN isn't the problem. Every time I play KAZAKUSAN or somebody brings up the nerf, I'm going to say this. KAZAKUSAN being nerfed was not the answer. Want to play Quest Rogue? It looks fun. Quest Rogue is fun. I will agree. Interesting. We still kill off basically everything except one. We'll go Draconic Studies and heal, and it's fine. We don't really need to do that much crazy stuff. Oh, we can play Brightwing again and get another random legend. Actually, in this particular case, might actually be worth it to just go for a big taunt minion now. Like at this point, I have 8 mana to play it. Like at this point, I have the mana. It's there. Once I play this, he just concedes because he has no way of getting over it. We can play Condemn whenever. It's fine. Oh no! You made my spells cost more. It'd be a shame if I were to just play a giant taunt minion instead of playing a spell. Dang, but luckily for you, I don't have that. I don't run that in the deck. Psych! I actually do. They didn't even really nerf him. They just took away Locust. Oh no. It would be a shame if I were to just, you know, immediately kill this card anyway. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that's stupid. But we're still fine. We Gift of Naru. We then wipe the board. I mean, it's not actually that big of a deal. Oh, well, I guess technically I should have done that. And then Holy Smite, and then heal myself, and we got a 4-9. Wait, if I played Soul Mirror, let's just say hypothetically I had played Soul Mirror, and I took the 4-9 and the 1-4, would the 1-4 have the same Death Rattle and give back the other 4-9 that I summoned off of Soul Mirror? I don't think so, right? Because they're like technically 2 different instances of the card. Right? Right?